What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Dane the Ripple coming at you with yet another league update slash fight review slash scheduling for Sunday night fights video. We had some great fights go down this week. We got some more lined up maybe for next Sunday. We got some stuff to talk about. It's involving the rankings ladder though, so we're gonna go ahead and cover Sunday night fights. And then we will get into that when we take a look at the rankings ladder like we usually do. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the first fight of Sunday night fights, the WBC World Championship match between yours truly, Dave the Ripple, and the WBC champion, Louisiana. This was a very anticipated fight. I was hyped up for it. I know Louisiana was, partly due to that awesome interview that HC Gaming did. Props for that, man. It was a good fight. Louisiana shows why he's dominant, man. Completely outboxing me for the most part. There was times where I think I did my thing, and a lot of these rounds really came down to 1 or 2 counters. But let's go ahead and take a look at the scorecards. Louisiana came out. He won the first one. I won the second round. Then Louisiana, for a stretch of 3 rounds, wins the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I come back and win the 6th. Louisiana, after that, completely dominates your boy, Dave the Ripple, and not only gives him his first defeat in the league, but his first KO defeat. Did him like that? Damn, dog, thought it was cool. Louisiana comes out, wins the 7th, wins the 8th, wins the 9th, catches a knockdown in the 10th, catches a knockdown in the 11th, and then 3 more knockdowns in the 12th to put your boy out of his misery, humbles Dave the Ripple, and retains his WBC championship. I want to say great fight to Louisiana, but you will see me again, man. Y'all know me. I just like the intro says by Red Eye Jedi, man. I get knocked down, but I'm right back in. So y'all see me in the title picture, hopefully by this Sunday, man. Hopefully by this Sunday. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the WBO. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, another highly anticipated fight. Most people know that Fight Night's finest eliminated Big Locks in the tournament, so there was a lot of what ifs. Will it be duplicated? Will it not? Both of these guys dominant fighters, man. I was so pumped for this fight. The interview that I did, man, it got me and them even more hyped for this fight. And this fight did not disappoint, man. This was a great fucking fight. And without further ado, easily fight of the night, I think. Leave in the comment section below who you thought the fight of the night was. But go ahead and get into it, Dave. Okay, I'm going to. Chill. I got this. Alright, I got this. Fight Night's finest comes out in stunning fashion, catches a knockdown in the first round. But surprisingly, after that, Big Locks comes out, wins the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. Fight Night's finest makes a comeback in the 7th. Big Locks wins the 8th. Big Locks wins the 9th. Big Locks catches a knockdown in the 10th. Catches a knockdown in the 11th. But in the 12th round, Fight Night's finest strikes back once again, scoring a knockdown against Big Locks. But it was not enough. Ladies and gentlemen, your new WBO champion is Big Locks 83. The scorecards read 114 to 110, 116 to 108, 115 to 109. So they were calling it all over the place there. But I think everybody had Big Locks winning this fight, and it's for one reason. Fight Night's finest did not look like Fight Night's finest in this fight. He's a great fighter no matter what shade of him that you see. But a lot of people was mentioned in this video, this up on Fight Night's channel, with the commentary by Fight Night's finest and Iraqi Snow. I almost said Iraqi Cod. Wow, my bad. The Fight Night's finest, you saw him way more aggressive than you usually see him, and for 99% of fighters, Fight Night's finest could probably take home the win like that. But Big Locks is a beast, man. He's a beast. He is a great defensive fighter. He's a great combination fighter. And you know, this just did not go Fight Night's finest way. I'm very confident that you will see Fight Night's finest back. And this was a great fight, man. You know, again, you know, a lot of these rounds were, you know, just a couple counters or a couple big punches, you know, swayed the momentum and gave one person the round or the other. So great fight to both gentlemen. Very entertaining fight, and make sure if you like seeing good fights with good commentary, you go check this fight out. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the IBF, and let's get right into it. The IBF championship up for grabs. Doc Doser versus Turnip 3000. Doc Doser has been a great competitor going up against the best and the brightest, and we decided that Turnip 3000 was, you know, one of the better new guys, but more importantly, one of the guys that has shown effort and shown willingness to fight. So we gave him a title shot against the veteran Doc Doser, and you know, there was some controversy as to why he got that title shot, simply because we thought that he deserved it. He has shown effort. He has beaten guys, and he has beaten better competition than the other new guys. The other Khan was #1 at that point, but he has had, #1, he has had title shots, and #2, he had just taken a loss to Big Locks. The other Khan was #1, and Big Locks was #2. Big Locks beat him for the #1 spot, but then he ended up becoming the WBO champion, so Big Locks went to #1 once again since Big Locks moved up. So let's go ahead and get into this fight, which was a great fight. It was a very technical fight, and you know, honestly, there were some rounds where it seemed like this fight could have went either way. But let's go ahead and get right into the scorecards. Doc Doser comes out strong early, wins the first round. Turnip takes the second. Doc Doser wins the third and the fourth. Turnip wins the fifth. And then it's big ass stretch from my man Doc Doser. He wins the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and then Turnip comes back and wins the 12th. Two judges had Turnip winning the 11th as well, to go to decision victory for 12-16, 12-16, 111, 117 for your new IBF champion, Doc Doser. Congratulations to Doc Doser. If I'm not mistaken, that is his first middleweight league championship. A long time coming, man. And congratulations. Keep doing your thing in the league. Keep doing your thing on YouTube. And you know, he's doing his thing right now, man. Shout out to Turnip 3000 as well. You put on a great fight, and you know, this dude has all the potential in the world, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the next fight that we got. The next fight is a fight that we have not seen before in this league, excitingly enough. NS Houston versus Lonto 209, the former WBC champ, coming off a tough loss to Big Locks. I believe this is one of his first fights back. So he's taking on the tough NS Houston, and that's proven to be a mistake when you're not in the right frame of mind, when you're going on a losing streak, because NS Houston is a beast and he knows how to take advantage, and that's exactly what he did in this fight. Let's go ahead and get into it. On two judges' scorecards, NS Houston comes out and wins the first, second, and the third. One judge has Lonto winning the first. El Lonto comes back for a 4-stretch round, wins the 4th, 5th, 6th, and the 7th. Houston comes back, wins the 8th. Lonto wins the 9th, but NS Houston closes the show with 2 knockdowns in the 10th round. Lonto gets up like the champ he is, but those 2 knockdowns did it for him, and it ends up being a decision win for my man NS Houston, 93-95. Good shit to Houston, good shit to Lonto. Hope to see you back in the league. I hope those rumors about you quitting the league are not true. But either way, man, do your thing. You're always cool with me regardless. Great fight, guys. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on, take a look at the rankings ladder, and get into some announcements. Be right back. Next up, guys, we're gonna go ahead and look at the rankings ladder and get into some announcement we have. First things first is, most of you guys don't know, between the chat rooms and HC Gaming's messages, that we are open challenge now. What that means is anybody from number 10 down can fight anybody. We had a lot of people that were not active, and we had people ducking people, which was causing roadblocks for new people coming in hungry and excited to be champion. they were, with the 5-spot rule, up or down, they were getting stuck by inactive people and people that didn't want to fight, people that were ducking fights. We've had a lot of people just fighting the same people over and over again, especially the new guys. They say they want to be champion, they say they want to be this, they say they want to be that, but they don't want to fight the best competition to get there. There was a suggestion made about a mid-level belt for the rookies, and I feel that will do nothing but continue the pattern that we've had of, guys fighting the same guys. We've got guys that are 9-2 here that, they've only fought 2 opponents or 3 opponents. And it's all about, people just not having the drive and not having the will to be champion and not wanting to fight and not wanting to fight the best competition out there. And to those people, I simply say, what the fuck are you doing here, man? You know what I mean? And they're saying that the veterans are always fighting for the belts and the veterans are always in the spotlight and the veterans are always this and that. Well, the veterans fight, guys. It's as simple as that, man. The veterans fight and they fight the best. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that, man. You gotta have heart and you gotta want it. Nothing is given to you in the league. We're not gonna give you a mid-level belt for fighting low-level competition. So, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna continue to rant. This is the 4th take I've done on this video, and you guys are lucky you're not hearing the first 3 because they were a lot less nice. But let's go ahead and discuss this number 2, number 3, and number 4 to be determined thing. The last 3 title competitors from last week moved down, and we didn't feel like we should just move these guys up simply because other guys moved down. So the next people to get big wins in the top 10, from number 5 down to the top 10, will slowly start taking these spots. The other Calm is still number 1 because he fought Big Locks, which was number 2 at the time. He lost that fight, so he went down to number 2, but then Big Locks won the WBO championship, so the other Calm moved up to number 1. So yeah, those are the rankings ladder, those are the updates, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the next Sunday night fights. Alright guys, and here we go. We got a great night of fights lined up for you guys, starting off with the WBC Championship, a never before seen match in the league, which is always awesome. The newly crowned IBF champion Doc Doser is gonna put it all on the line and go up against the undefeated since joining the league, Louisiana. This has potential to be a great fight, man. Both of these guys very technical, sound boxers, and both of these guys with a lot of patience. Both guys great counter punches, both guys with great timing. So it's going to be a real tactical match, and it's going to be very exciting to see who can go ahead and outbox the other person. A lot of people like to talk about we got runners and we got that. We just got good technical boxers, man. And you can't just expect to come in and run through certain people and then get mad and take your ball and go home when that doesn't happen. It's not skill to just be able to come and run through somebody. If you're able to do that, then you're not fighting competition up to your level. So yeah, I'm very excited to see that fight, and I'm pretty sure everybody else is as well. Good luck to Louisiana and good luck to Doc Doser. So next up, for the WBO Championship, we have Big Locks 83 coming off his big win against Finite Spiners to become WBO champion. He puts it all on the line against NS Houston. Now, after Big Locks lost the WBC Championship to Alanto, one of his warm-up fights, or one of his so-called, or what so he thought would be a warm-up fight to get back on track, he fought NS Houston, and NS Houston ended up beating your boy Big Lokes. Sorry, I keep mispronouncing your name, man. Big Lokes. So, this is going to be a very interesting fight, man. NS Houston is one of those guys that, sometimes when he's hot, and when he's not, he's not. You know what I mean? I've seen him beat guys like Big Locks, and then we've seen him lose to guys like ESP. So, I'm very curious to see which NS Houston is going to show up for this fight. And for the IBF Championship, your boy Militia Matic, who has two fairly big wins in his last 2 fights, is gonna go up against the number 1 ranked competitor, The Other Calm. Also a never before seen fight in the league, on video anyway. The other Calm has been in there with the biggest and the brightest, and the same with Matic, man. So this is going to be a very interesting fight. And could this be the first time that you see Matic or the other Calm with the championship belt around their waist? That's going to be really interesting, you know. Either way, you're going to have a brand new champion. So it's very exciting stuff. We have one undercard fight that is not a title match. .ko Master, I think that's how you say your name, or Mr. You're missing the A in there if it's Master. Has challenged ESP for Sunday Night Fights. I have not seen ESP confirm or deny whether he is going to compete, but the challenge is out there, so I'm going to go ahead and write it up as a fight until it doesn't happen. So obviously it doesn't look like your boy Data Ripple is going to be in a title match this Sunday. But you know, to whoever wins that IBF or WBO belt or WBC, whichever one I'm in contention to challenge for, and I will be, you know, look out for your boy Data Ripple. Anybody who wants to get a fight in this Sunday with me, I'm more than open to fight anybody, man. You know, JBL, I've been trying to get a league fight in with you for the last couple of days. I don't know what's up. You know, fighting a spineless turnip. Anybody who wants to get in the ring and throw down, I'm very much able to accommodate you, bros. So there it is, man. It's a short update. We didn't have a lot of people fighting this week. You know, partly because of the confusion that was going on with the league ladders, and you know, hopefully with the open challenge and everything that has been fixed now, we will see much more great fights, much more competitive fights, and much more of the new guys moving up and showing that they do in fact have heart, and they're gonna prove me wrong and show that they do want to be here, they do want to be champions, and they're not, you know, the chicken shits that I'm calling them right now. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and Data Ripple saying peace, good night, good fights, assalamu alaikum, I'm out, bye.